to study andrology and men's sexual health, Dr. V. Lynn.
Forgive me, I have my phone on my speech on my phone. So good evening, everyone. It really feels surreal and really bittersweet for me to be standing in front of all of you today at graduation. It really feels like yesterday that I moved to San Diego. That was 9 years ago. I was only 21. I really had no idea what would be in store for me in the next 9 years. When I entered medical school, I had a small inkling that I wanted to be a surgeon after spending some time in Vietnam. And by the time I reached my third year for my clinical rotations, I actually had thought that I was going to commit to a career in general surgery. But then I was introduced to the Department of Urology. I was, immediately struck by how each attending, each resident I met was able to balance so much excellence in the OR, but even more so outside of the OR. They had this sense of humor that kept us going through the long days at work, and really this aura of warmth and approachability that enabled patients to really open up about personal problems that they were very vulnerable about. So, I thought to myself, wow, these are really people that I want to emulate. So I remember coming home, I was telling my roommates, I had so much fun at work today, but I really didn't think anything about it. And then one day, Dr. Shea asked me, are you sure you don't want to switch from general surgery to urology? It was late in my third year, but even so, I decided to take that leap of faith. I still vividly remember having to go see my general surgery mentor, and he, was not happy that I did that. And he asked me, you're really going to give up the entire abdomen for the prostate? And all I could say at that time meekly was, I think so. But since then, truly, I've never looked back. This has been the best decision that I've made. In the past 5 years, I've learned so much more about myself than I feel like this speech can adequately capture. I feel like pivotal moments often come in highs and lows. Some days I was really happy from doing my first cysto at the VA to completing my first solo call at the university, to helping one of the juniors complete a case successfully and watching how happy they were doing that, to be able to telling a patient they were able to conceive, or telling a patient that they were cancer-free. Those days have really stuck with me. But other days have been very hard as well. A feeling that has truly resonated with me, especially this past year, is what it feels like to lose a patient that I was supposed to protect. Nor will I forget what it feels like to have to deliver bad news to a family who I can just tell from their expression in the waiting room that they're just eagerly waiting to hear any update from a physician. And I think that in residency, that's what it is. I've really experienced every single possible emotion. So I think that just reminds us at the end of the day, all of us are human. We're feeling these emotions as we're taking care of other humans too. I think each of us had our own path and road to urology and why we chose our specialty, but I do feel very fortunate that we have the opportunity to restore patients' function, their confidence, and lead more fulfilling lives, and that's what I love most about this. But needless to say, none of these experiences would have been possible without everyone who supported me, and today and all of my accomplishments are not mine, but belong to my family, my friends, and my mentors. So first, I want to thank my mom. My mom immigrated here to America not knowing a single word of English from Vietnam. Since then, she's raised me and my brother every day. She was the first one in line waiting to pick me up from school. She drove me to every single swim practice, every single violin lesson, all while battling and then ultimately defeating cancer. So my mom has taught me what it is to be a very strong and fierce woman. Next, I want to thank my dad. My dad also, like my mom, is a refugee. He came from Vietnam. He actually sailed on a tiny boat from Vietnam to Hawaii when he was just a teenager. During most of my childhood, my dad actually wasn't able to be there. He had to travel a lot for work, just so that to work hard, so that my brother and I could have a good education. But you know, he would make sure to come home for every holiday, and I really valued that time. And he has taught me what it means to be selfless. I want to thank my younger brother, Vin. He's here today. He's my best friend. Anytime I'm in trouble, he's the first person I call. He's the most calming presence in my life, and thank you. And then I have a lot of friends who unfortunately couldn't be here today, but Jamie's here. I just want to thank each and every one of them for always supporting me. You know, you've seen me fail, and you're still there for me. And then, of course, I want to thank all of my mentors. You guys have all praised me. It feels impossible to thank each and every attending in this speech. I do want to thank Dr. Shea and Dr. Patel for mentoring me, for genuinely believing in me and helping me reach my goal of becoming an andrologist. And then I want to thank my faculty mentor, Dr. Beaches. I had never met Dr. Beaches before we were deciding to be together. But I still remember the first time I met him. We were at BJ's, and he didn't know I was lactose intolerant, so he ordered endless mozzarella sticks. So I just had to sit awkwardly across from him and not eat anything. But you've always been there for me, and I really admire your constant positivity. And then lastly, residency would not be residency without my co-residents. I really feel like it's a very unique gift to be able to go through something that only 14 other people can understand. It's hard to say. I can't, think of endless inside jokes we've had, but you guys have been there with me from day one, so thank you. And then to Mickey and Nishant, I'm really proud of you, and I can't wait to see where you'll end up. So looking back, I think my general surgery mentor was wrong. I did not give up the entire abdomen for the prostate. I got everything I wanted and more, a family, a home. My entire medical journey has been at UCSD, and I don't know, I'm scared what it's going to be like when I leave, but I just want to say thank you so much to everyone. Thank you.